J7 Bricks coming back at you today with a review of another MOC set from our friends at Youmko. This is the MOC of the Demogorgon with Gobricks. Oh yes. Once again, this MOC was provided to me free of charge by our friends at Youmko for review for you. And again, full disclosure, I thank them profusely for the free sets, but it's not going to change my mind about the sets. And we're going to point out some problems with this set, so you're going to see, and I'm still non-biased when it comes to reviewing this stuff. Or as non-biased as a human being can possibly get. You can't be completely non-biased, that's just not possible, but as much as possible, we're doing that for you. So here we go, take a look at this. Step 24, it shows a brown, whatever the heck that is. The one on the far right there with the two balls on it. Don't drive yourself nuts looking for that like I did if it's not in the set, because apparently they substituted with a gray one. So, okay. But I skipped forward and it doesn't look like you used the gray one anywhere, so we're going to go ahead and use that part. Okay, so this is how it starts out. Now clearly you can see the top of that ball joint is barely visible there. There's no way to get it into this socket, right? The bricks they just don't let you do that. So, what I'm going to try here, please stand by. We'll try to do a little color match. We're going to use this 1x2 brick. Okay, so what we're going to do is just take this front part off here. Take this back part off. And that kind of takes the whole thing apart there. And see how they have you put this ball joint in here? Take these and move them one stud down, so that your ball joint looks like that. Take your extra 1x2 brick, stick it on there, and then we're just going to take the stuff we took off and put it back in place. So you wind up looking like that, so that the ball joint is sticking out of the top. And now, oh, look at that. Look at that. They fit together. And I am going to send this to Youmko too, because they are going to talk to the factory that makes these, and we'll hopefully get these instructions fixed. Alright, this is the Gobricks MOC Stranger Things Devil, which is the Demogorgon from the Netflix show Stranger Things, set number 38943. This is 95% Gobricks, and the reason it's 100% Gobricks is that some bricks Gobricks just doesn't make, so they have to source from elsewhere. It's 347 pieces, using the sale that's going on right now in November 2024. This set is $10.57, 20% off from its normal price. $6.28 in shipping to the US makes this $16.85, or approximately probably less than half of what Lego would charge for a similar set. So that's pretty good. Let's take a look at this guy. Now you'll notice I have him posed in a pretty cool way. That's not only because it looks cool, but he's a little wobbly. So to get him to stand is sort of an achievement. You kind of have to pose him in a way that balances him out. You can see he kind of wobbles a little bit when I move him around. Pretty cool. If you're going to put this on a shelf, I would likely come up with a way to plant him on some sort of base. You do have some negative stud space on the bottom here. You could connect to some sort of base or there you go. You know, he's got ball joints right here. Come on. It's hard to do with one hand. Hold on. All right, so he's got ball joints here at his hips, which are not super conducive to being that stable. He is jointed here at both knees. He's a Demogorgon, so obviously he's got strange knees for stranger things. Get it? This top one is just a hinge. This is also a ball joint here. The ankles are on ball joints, so that's a lot of ball joints to hold up the weight of a set like this. So you kind of just got to pose him right to distribute the weight in a way that will let him balance. And you can see he's kind of just rocking, getting the balance there. So it's not the world's most stable set. I would definitely recommend just, you know, maybe get a long plate and attach him to it to display him so it gives him some sort of stability. But you can pose him in different ways as long as he's weighted out right. Otherwise, you know. But you can see how much he moves just when I tap on the table here. So put him on a shelf and don't touch him. There you go. But it does look cool. I think this looks really cool. I like the way that they designed the mouth here, mouth/head for the Demogorgon. That's pretty neat. They do have ball joints on a lot of the joints, so you can move the shoulders around in different ways. You can move the wrists around, make him like grab something here if you want. Make him why? Make him ask why? Why is my existence? There you go. So it is possible to pose him in different manners. You just have to make sure the legs are bent right and everything kind of balances. Very cool though for 347 pieces. Fairly tall. There we go. So yeah, I would call him about a foot. Right now the way he's bent, it's about 10 inches. But if you stood him up a little straighter, he's definitely around a foot tall. That's pretty cool. Definitely a good set for fans of the show. There you go. So something just like this. Just some spare plating thrown together there. Just make him a little more stable. You can kind of put him in whatever pose you want. There we go. We kind of posed him to fit in with our Stranger Things knockoff set there. Very cool. So there's the knockoff Demogorgon. And there's the mock Demogorgon next to him. All right, so there you go. Now, if you skip the build section, this is very important, okay? This was set to be for free, so I will grant you, I didn't pay for this. However, if I did pay it, I might be a little cheesed. The price is good, right? So right now, with shipping to the US, it's about $16.85, $17. It's on sale for 20% off for the month of November 2024 for the specials this month. The issue with the set is, as it is designed, okay? So this is a mock that presumably Youmko and their partners at Gobricks, they took this mock from online somewhere and they put the bricks together in a set and sent it out. And I don't think anywhere along the line anyone actually built this set to see if it worked. Because if they did, they would see that the instructions don't work. So I showed all this in the building section. If you want to know what the fix is, go back and watch the building section. But as provided, you have a ball joint and the receptacle for the ball joint. And the way that the instructions show you, you kind of surround the entire ball joint with Legos almost up to the top of the ball. And then the joint is also recessed, and then it has two sharp parts sticking out on the outside. There's just no way to get the ball joint and the ball together. It's just not possible the way the instructions are imagined. So it wasn't too hard to fix. You're going to need like one extra part, but that's not great for something that you're shipping to people. You should be able to build it with the instructions provided with the parts provided, and at this point you can't. Now, I have given my concerns to Youmko. They are passing it along to the factory. Hopefully this problem will be rectified in the future. But just know, it is a cool MOC. It looks cool. You can't build it like the instructions say, so just be aware of that. If you buy it and you want to know how I did it, go back, watch the building section. I show you how to do it. But there is that. So I can't heartily recommend it right now unless you don't mind doing that extra little bit of work. If you're just purchasing it thinking you're going to put it together per the instructions, that's not going to happen. Other than that, other than the fundamental problem of the building instructions just being completely wrong, it's only it's like one step you basically have to do, but that's kind of annoying. But other than that, it is a cool looking MOC. It's, you know, like 300 and close to 350 pieces, so it doesn't take you too long to put it together. It does, you know, I have it up behind me on the shelf here next to the Stranger Things upside down, and it looks really cool up there, and it's going to stay up there as long as it doesn't fall over. I'm going to keep it there. It does need some stabilization probably to display it on a shelf. You know, I added a few extra bricks, just a kind of little plate on the bottom to attach him to, just to make him a little more stable. So be aware of that. You could always stick him onto probably the Stranger Things set somewhere if you wanted a giant Demogorgon like coming over the back of the house. That might be cool. I don't, And now I might try that as well. But yeah, as designed, the instructions don't work. But if you do the modification, it's still kind of a cool set. I will leave my affiliate link below if you want to check it out. You can help the channel out by purchasing one. But again, boy, it's real hard to recommend it right now because the instructions are wrong. And you know, if this was Lego, I'd be flipping my lid. I'm a little more lenient, not because they gave me a free set, but because it's not Lego. It's not a company worth billions of dollars who just couldn't be bothered. It's a much smaller company putting together MOCs. So at the same time, though, we should probably have someone QAing these sets. I think if you're going to take a set from somewhere online, you're going to take design instructions. You need to make sure that you build it, because what we as a community need to realize, if you go to Rebrickable, a lot of these sites, I can't think of another spot you can buy MOCs from the instructions, but a lot of the sites where you can buy the instructions, these people designed these sets usually in Stud.io Studio, but it's Stud.io because it's brick studs, get it? Yeah. Anyway, so they're designing a computer program, right? And then they put it up on Rebrickable, and then they sell the instructions, and no one has ever built this thing. And you'll find this with a lot of those MOCs. When you go to build it, you're like, this doesn't work. It works on the computer. When you go to build it physically in real life, it doesn't work. So I think the companies that take these MOCs and sell them online, I think they should probably, send them to a reviewer for free and see if they can be built before you put them online to sell them, because you're probably going to get some kickback if people buy it and then it can't be built per the instructions. And then there's going to be a delay. I mean, it's going to go back to the people you bought it from. They have to send it out to wherever they got it from. Those people have to take a look at the instructions and then fix the instructions, put extra parts in the sets, send out extra parts to all the people who already bought the sets. You're talking probably months of delay before you get a set that you can actually build per the instructions. So that's kind of an issue with these MOCs. That's kind of an issue with this set. Be aware of that. If you want to purchase it, I'm not going to tell you no. Again, I think it looks cool, but I would be a little cheesed if I purchased it and I didn't know that and I had to find out the hard way. So just be aware of that. Again, so I can't recommend it right now. I like it, but I discovered the problem. I pointed it out. Youmko has let the factory know. So hopefully we've got a resolution here soon. I will post an update video if I find anything out, and I will let you guys know. But there you go. So that's the review. On to the next one. I do have, what are we doing now? So I do have some more Youmko stuff. One of them is a Fallout helmet. Again, and this is kind of this isn't the person that made the MOC instructions. Okay, the MOC instructions for the Fallout helmet are actually right. The factory doesn't have the same parts because they're not Lego, and so they included some additional parts and they don't work. So I'm waiting on parts to come in for that so that I can build that. And then we're still working on the Blar. And then we're still working on the MOC of the Avengers Tower. I just finished the Lego version so I could do a comparison when I'm done with the MOC. Ran into some problems with parts with the MOC too, so, you know, here we are. But those videos will be coming up. Also watch out for our daily Advent calendar videos starting on December 1st. This year we are going to have Star Wars, we're going to have Harry Potter, and we're going to have Stargate from Blue Bricks. So stay tuned for that. Once again, my name is Jay, 7 Star Bricks. Go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. If you don't mind, leave a comment down below. It would help us out. Maybe check us out on Patreon or become a member here. There's benefits at both places you may want to check out. Watch one of these videos here. Subscribe up here, and I'll see you here next time.